from that report I just read, it's kind of like it averages on around 400 data sources, which is fine, but then it greatly depends on the type of company you're in. If you're like a marketing and advertising agency having to connect 20, 30, 100 Facebook accounts into your data warehouse is different than if you're like maybe like a smaller company that relies on fewer things. So, it's on the one hand is the number of data sources, also like the amount of data that you need to gather from those sources, and then the parameters. It can get quite tricky, right? When you have like so many data sources like that, I can't remember the name, the person that commented too many. How do you make sense of it? How do you logically create KPIs that give you meaningful business insight from far too many data sources, however that might be? And I think like in a way that's why we're in business, because we're helping those companies make sense of all those sources from the beginning, which is kind of like connecting and aggregating and just pulling them all together under one roof, to the kind of like the more like creating the logics and making sense of it, so that is always up to date and streamed flawlessly.
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
also one other word, that someone said that really stuck to me, which is maintenance. And I think that's a really interesting point, because many people initially don't realize that the upkeep that those data sources sometimes is actually even bigger than the initial connection or integration. So it's interesting that someone mentioned that.
Yeah, it's one thing to get the thing connected. It's another to make sure it's troubleshooting and maintenance and all of that.
Right.